Yes, people, how is everyone doing? Hope everyone is good. The number 10 video is finally here. This took absolute months. I just want to give some quick clarification before I get into it. There are no English players in this league. No English league players in this list. This is purely Europe. That will be another video. It's players I've seen. It's players I like. If there's anyone you suggest, please put it in the comments. I'd absolutely love to hear it. There's players in this list that are too good for Leeds United. There's players in this list that I don't know too much about. The ones I've chosen are the ones I've seen and the ones I like. I've been ambitious. I have. This is my preference. This is nothing to do. This is not guessing who the club will sign. This is who I like. That simply is it. But if we sign someone or not, that's not my problem. That's not the video. The video is who I like, players I would sign personally. But yeah, hope you enjoy. Let's get straight into it. Yeah. So yeah, these are on this page of the main leagues: Eredivisie, Liga Portugal, Bundesliga, La Liga 2, the Belgian Pro League, Champions League and Czech Republic, the Bundesliga. Now, some names in here are not coming to Leeds United. For example, Gustavo Sa in Portugal is not coming to Leeds United in the Championship. Paul Nubel is not coming to Leeds United in the Championship. You know, Sam Stein is probably not coming to Leeds United in the Championship. Meza, for example. The colour scheme is basically how difficult. I think it'll be the number next to it is a combination of how ready they are, how much of a fit they are, how much of a risk that it's for me. Just ignore it. Honestly, it's just my personal preference. I like to colour code everything and stuff like that. But these are the players. Please feel free to screenshot and click and have a look yourself. That's what I always say. Always look at yourself. There's some interesting names in here that are not going to make the list that I've just mentioned some there. And then the second page is exactly the same. Obviously, you can see the boy Ilan Cabal in there, who has not made the four, but he's still a top player, obviously, and we've already spoke about him. So I thought I choose a wide range of players, some different names that maybe people have not heard of. You know, I don't want to make it boring. But also, Alvin Sanchez, by the way, is a player. If we go up to the Premier League, we need to get this guy straight away. He's an unbelievable talent. He's not coming to Leeds in the Championship, but I'll put him there anyway. First one, let's go. Yuito Suzuki is the first one I wanted to. I've not known this guy for that long, to be honest. But having watched some little things on him, I wanted to do more research. I like this player a lot. He's 23 years old, plays for Brøndby in Denmark. Small, little, diminutive player, can play the 10, centre forward, is right-footed. Japanese international as well, has one cap for Japan. Now, key strengths and concerns. Let's talk about the player. Now, these things that you see in strengths, it's all about, for me anyway, finding players that are different to what we've got, but players who are versatile. Players who are comfortable higher up at the pitch. Players who are comfortable deeper on the pitch. I'm looking at the model, the general Daniel Farke player. The 10 isn't necessarily always this ridiculously technical, quick, direct player. Is a player who can actually attack the box, who can maybe be an aerial threat, at least is a threat in the box. Is also a player who can sit deeper and create combinations play, as well as a player who can hold the ball in the 10, so in them spaces between the lines, or can progress it on the half turn really quickly. There's two key contrasts. Now, what I love about this guy from watching him is his adaptability. This guy, as I said, is a 10, but has played centre forward. But even when he plays centre forward, watch how he plays, drops deep, finds little spaces, and I like that. Because even if you are using him as the 10, and I believe his attributes are much more suited to the 10, by the way, is a smaller, diminutive, technical player who's really good on the half turn, really good ball control in tight spaces, uses his body well, decent thread of a pass, decent set piece taker. You know, can score goals too. Not a player who is necessarily an overly flair player, but very technical and fundamental on the ball in terms of his ball control, his dribbling skills. Uses both feet very well. His balance and agility in tight spaces is very impressive. He's not someone who's going to get the ball and drive with it, but you know, in the way kind of, there's just a comparison. This is not a he's like him. Do you know, in the way when Iniesta would get the ball, never the quickest, never the most fundamentally, well, quick, I don't know why I keep saying fundamentally. I don't know why. But what he did was he could beat a man or two in 3 or 4 steps. Not for pace, just control, ball movement, agility, balance. And he has that in tight spaces. It's very neat in tight spaces, not only with the ball to drive, but little passes. He loves little neat passes through like defenders' legs or around players. He's really good at it. He's got a really good IQ. There is some concerns. Again, the body strength of it is a small guy, but for me, he's still very robust. That's not something that is an issue. I don't think his deep defensive work is as good as it could be. I do think he can press high or on second balls, when there's a loose second ball, he's quick onto it to react. But he's not someone who's going to run like Harrison and defend like Harrison for me. But the point is, it's a different option. He's a very good player. Does he know Tanaka? There's a question. But yeah, I like him. As I said, I've not known him long at all. I'll be very transparent. But since knowing about him, I've watched as much as I can in the last day or two. And I added him to the list in front of a lot of good players because he's just quality to me. He's valued at around 7 million as well. As you see, he can play centre forward and attacking midfield, and this is a consistent theme in his career as well. As you can see, plays both, can play both, has played both consistently on a basis, almost equally. I believe he's a better attacking midfielder, and you can probably see that from this. Scores more goals from that role. I just think he's a better player in that role. I think his attributes suit it better. You can see as well, predominantly build-up player. Played in the J League and obviously played in Denmark for the last 2 seasons, where he's been brilliant for me from what I've seen. I'm not going to go through these because I don't really care, to be honest. But if anyone wants to pause this, just look at his stats from the last 2 years, feel free. Pause it now. Same again here, just about his shots and all that stuff. Feel free. Good percentiles. That's a key part. And all these stats I've used by but his stats, Fort Mob, Transfermarkt, obviously FBref, SofaScott. Those are the ones I've used for all these, just to give them the credit for giving the stats. Omri Gandelman. Now, some of you probably heard of this guy. He has come up in reports before. This guy is quintessentially, exactly, for me, the type of 10 Farkes loves. And I'll tell you why, and I'll be brutally honest about it as well. Here's his stuff. 24 years old, 1.88 meters, tall guy, 3rd foot right, can play. Look at the position. Attack midfielder, defensive midfielder. This is the Stiperman role player. This is the one. That big, lanky, tall 10 that doesn't really look like a 10, but is actually unbelievable in that role and gets you so many GNA. This is the guy. But also a guy who was probably a centre-back in his youth. This is a player the manager loves in the squad. He absolutely loves it. He loves that tall guy who can just play anywhere down that middle and score goals. That's a key part of it. Attack that box when we get crosses in. And this is the guy that can do that. He's really international. I don't know how many times he's played for his country, but he is an Israeli international. So again, there's a connection with Solomon there. Maybe you can have a chat with him. But just look at the heat map. Look at this, what he does. Look at the key areas. Wide areas. And these wide areas are literally one touch move. One touch, get in the box. One touch, give it out wide, get in the box. Look at the little red mark, the big red mark by the box. But also defensive set pieces as well. Defense set pieces. An extra man in the box for set pieces when we need it. You know, this is the key part for me. Obviously, he plays for KA again. I didn't even really say that in the Belgium league. Apologies. But look at this. Now, this isn't square pegs round holes because there's a consistent theme throughout his entire career that he can play all these. This is not a player who's played one role for the most part and could maybe play another. This is a guy who has consistently played all 4 roles in his career. And this is perfect for the manager, to be honest with you. This is exactly what he needs. For me, he is that 10 in Leeds United. But he's also a player that can literally has done and will do a job anywhere down the spine. Just like a Stiperman probably could for Daniel Farke. Farke needs this player. You know, this is not a guy who is a 10 who can maybe play. He literally has done it. He's done all of them consistently in his career. Look at it. Look at the balance. You know, 42 times midfield, 32 times centre-back, 27 times attacking midfield, which is more recent. Defensive midfield, 21 times. The best thing about it is his goal involvements he gets in these roles. And before I just talk about the player and his actual attributes, this is what I mean. Last season, as you can see, 10 appearances, that's the playoffs. In the league, 22 appearances, 6 goals, 3 assists. From a centre mid / attacking midfield. And then the playoffs, 10 appearances, 5 goals, 2 assists. So you're looking at double figure goals, more than double figure goals, and almost double figure assists. And then we go down to this season already. 28 appearances in all competitions. He's got 11 goals and 5 assists, which is an improvement, and he's getting better already. He's almost beat it already. He's getting better. Playing in Europe as well, scoring in Europe in the Conference League. Again, 8 goal involvements in 17 games in the league. But let's go to his key strengths. And again, if there's any spelling mistakes, I apologise. I cannot spell. I've tried my best. I'm sure people will tell me. I'm already seeing one. But thank you so much. I think I am. I don't know. This guy is tall. He's not the best passer. He's not the best on the ball. Not a bad passer, by the way. But everything he does needs to be one touch, attack, one touch, da-da. He's not someone that's going to be a key asset in build-up play. He isn't. He just isn't. He's not going to thread these unreal through ball passes consistently. It just isn't. But what he is, he's aggressive, effective defensively, good in the air, and can score goals in the box and has a decent shot on him. Does that not sound exactly like what we want? To me, that sounds exactly like what we want. It probably will be a bit of money. I don't know how much. I don't really know. He's valued at 8 million, I believe, on Transfermarkt. But this signing just sounds and looks right to me. It's exactly what we don't have. Even the nuances of the set pieces, you know? Defending them and attacking them. Crosses. How many crosses do we get in the box? His box movement is excellent, by the way. Really good. He can head the ball. He can finish on the floor. He's perfect for us, to be honest. But yeah. Again, and I just want to show this. This is an attacking midfielder, by the way. Look at his shot map. I know it's small, I apologise. Every shot but one is in the box. Every single one of them is almost next to the 6-yard line. This guy is a big box threat. A huge box threat. Look at shots taken. Shots on target. Shots off target. Hit the woodwork. You know, this guy shoots. Shot conversion rate of 18% ain't bad. This guy shoots. This guy gets in the box. And the next one, and I absolutely love this guy. This guy is a footballer, by the way. Pavel Sulc from SC Victoria Plzeň. I believe I said that right. Plzeň. Yeah. This, you know what? I like the names on this list, but this guy he's just something. This is the type of player Leeds fans would absolutely adore. I'll tell you why. He's 24 years old. Obviously plays in the Czech Republic for Victoria Plzeň. Right footed, can play midfield in the 10 or in the 8. Attacking 8. What I absolutely love about this guy, and look at that heat map. This guy is literally, in terms of aggression and movement and running and all that high pressing, all that stuff, he is deadly. He plays with so much energy, so much zest. Honestly, he is such a ball of energy. But on the ball, he's relentless. Again, look at the versatility of this player. A number 10, but can play in deeper roles. He can drive with the ball. I absolutely love the way he drives with the ball. He does it with everything. He's the type of player. He's small, he's combative, but he does everything with pace, aggression, and power. And I absolutely love it. Yeah, you can see there, look. Attacking midfield numbers. Plays in the Croatian First Division, obviously. Currently, he's got 147 appearances in the league, 32 goals and 22 assists. Very good. Again, for the club. But like I said about this guy, he is brilliant. I'll be honest, he's probably my favourite player on this list. I've not watched him probably as much as the next person that's coming up. But he's my favourite player. I love him. His work rate, but he mixes that aggression with not only drive and close ball control and beating a man and all that kind of fun stuff that we love, but it's his combination play as well, and it's his end product. It's the things we are missing. This guy would be unreal for us, and I think most of these players, or all of them, can transition to the Premier League, by the way. This guy definitely can. Honestly, I don't know the level. I don't know if I'm being totally insane by mentioning this. He might already be on the radar of many Premier League clubs. I have no idea. But I like him. I think he's absolutely mint. I'll be honest with you. There's not much to say. You know the person. You can imagine what I'm thinking. The guy that runs everywhere, but he does it with kind of aggression. But he does it with quality. This guy can take a man on. This guy can pass. This guy can shoot. I think he's brilliant. I'll be honest. Concerns his pass detail. That's just a technical thing for me. I won't get too much into that, but I don't really know what else I can say. This guy's quality. Again, it's just looking at players we miss. What do we miss on there? For all Aronson's tenacity and stuff like that, I need someone that's going to pick that ball up deeper by the scruff of the neck, just drive us forward, get us forward, take a risk. He's so brave. He's such a brave player as well. He will do that. He's the mentality of person that will get that ball, drive with it, and win you something. In a game where it's not quite working, he's the man. He's the man that you play. He's the man that will get you out of it. He's got that moment in him for me. He's got that game-winning moment for me. And we can look at his stats this season. In the league, he's got 8 goals, 4 assists in 19 appearances. In Europa League as well, by the way. 6 goals, 2 assists. 6 appearances, 2 goals, 2 assists. And then the percentiles are a joke per 90. And then last season as well. This is a consistent thing. In the league, 27 games, 15 goals, 5 assists. In all competitions, 49 games, 22 goals, 8 assists. He's a goal scorer in 10. This guy can score in the box. This guy can score out of the box. His movement is key. His movement at the edge of the box, he's really good. He finds himself space. He's not afraid to shoot. It's a mentality thing for me. This guy is the type of player who you need in your squad. He is that raw energy that can drag your team through a game. I don't know if he's realistic, I'll be honest. I struggle sometimes with leagues I'm not too familiar with. But my God, he's good enough, and I'd absolutely love him at Leeds United. Some stats there if you want to pause and thingy it. But you can see the percentiles, like, he's just ace. He's involved in everything. He's brilliant. Final one. And then we're going to go through some very interesting people after that, by the way. It's not over after the final one. There's some very interesting names I've gone a little crazy with, and it's Danny Namaso. Out of anyone on this list, I've watched every single game this guy's played in this season because I watch the Portuguese League. Watch Par, to be honest. I like Par. Danny Namaso. People you may know him as Danny Loader, who used to be at Reading 5 or 6 years ago. This is that player. Different last name now. But there's something about him now, and this is the interesting one for me. This is where I've kind of gone against the mould in this one. And I'll tell you why. We'll just go through his stats real quick. Plays for Porto, and this one will be tough. But for me, he's not getting a lot of minutes. For the past few years at Porto, he's had really good moments where he's been in the squad, but for the most part, he's been a decent squad player. And I think now at 24 years old, it's time for him to be established in a team as a quality player that can get them, be a big part of it. Can play on the wing, can play centre forward, can play in the 10. Best thing about this guy is attribute-wise, he can do any of it centrally or wide. He's got so many attributes in me. But this is what I mean. Look at his position. And you guys might be saying this guy's a striker. Fact of the matter is, he's also in my striker video. But I took him out. Because there's so many strikers I want to speak about. So I put him in this one. Because I honestly think, again, the way he plays is so unique in the sense that I look at Morgan Rogers, for example. Player who didn't ever really get the quality numbers, but he's a better player than the numbers suggest. And I think for me personally, he fits that. I don't think he's a really big part of that Porto squad in terms of the way they play. For me, he needs a consistent team that's going to play him a lot and really establish a role in his team. I'll be honest. Don't know where that is. I think it could be any of them. I think the thing about him is he's got so many balanced attributes that it's almost a situation of what is his best position. I think it's one that can be found. And for me, when it's found, I honestly think what's his best role and what's his best position? Those are the two questions. When that's found, I honestly think you can see a trajectory like that of Morgan Rogers. Maybe not as quick or as steep, but a player who can be a consistent performer in the Premier League for me. I genuinely do believe that. I like this player a lot. I do like this player a lot. He's a very all-rounded individual. That's what I'll talk about here. And you look at the strengths, adaptability, again, that is in all of them because that is a key part of what I chose. Combination play, ball control, football IQ, versatility, balance and agility, key movement. I like smart footballers, and he is a smart footballer. He's the type of guy in a game where I'll be brutally honest, if right now in his career, if you need a guy to score you 25 goals a season or 20 goals a season, he's not it. But if you need a guy who, one, touches the ball a lot, two, has purpose in everything he does, three, is a smart footballer, and four, who can help you control the game and create and maintain the ball in difficult moments when you fouls, all that stuff, he is perfect for that. Like, this is what I'm honestly confident I want us to sign this guy. I really like Danny Namaso. I think he's a quality player who just needs a place for me. He's quick. He's good on the ball. He's a smart mover. He makes smart decisions. Great IQ. A good athlete and good technical. If he had the clinical part of his game, genuinely, he'd be playing every minute for Porto. I don't think he's found his role consistently there. They have some very good attackers, by the way, at Porto. Galeno, obviously. Samuel at top. They have some very good attackers at Porto. Bring him into Leeds United. Honestly, I don't think you can miss out on it, to be honest. Maybe some FB rest stats, as you can see. Like, again, the only real issue is that output, is that goal side of it. Goal and the assist. But he's so good at everything else. He can progress the ball with driving or with passing. His decision making, his movement is so good. And clearly all right defensively as well. Well, that's not something that really stands out to me, but he's just an all-round good player. And I think we need that. I think we need a smart IQ footballer, a real smart IQ footballer in there. He's the one. This one will be tough. Like, he does play quite a bit for Porto, but he's still not a starter. That's, for me, what we need. That's what he needs. And I think we can be that team. Now, there's 3 names here that I want to speak about real quick. They didn't make it because we're probably not going to get them. But I saw them, right? I saw Babadai is going on loan. Now, he's not coming on loan to the Championship. I know that. Just ask. Do you know what I mean? He's an unbelievably talented player. If I could get 4 months of him in a Leeds shirt, I'll take it. Honestly. We're not going to, but I absolutely love it. Just ask. Just inquire. Have a word. Some other teams in our league, I'm not going to mention it because apparently people are triggered by it, but a certain team below us in the league have signed an unbelievable footballer who people told me he's bad because he scored. Because after his £25 million move in the summer, by the way, the season that got him that £25 million move, he only scored 5 assists, got 5 assists and didn't score. It's funny because he's not a striker, he's a midfielder, the player. It's Enzo Lafay, obviously. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but people are just looking at FB reference, looking at stats and going, "Oh, he hasn't scored. He's rubbish. He's a midfielder for a start," and he's playing in a league that is much better than ours. So he just got a £25 million move. But anyway, I'm seeing that and I'm going, all right then, I want to do that. Sergio Arribas, currently Almeria in the second division in Spain. Played with Ramazani. Have a word, you know. Does he want to come to Leeds at number 10? Does he want to help us out? Get to the Premier League? Just asking, you know. Too good for the Championship, but I'm just asking. Sam Stein, again, unreal season. Unreal year last year, unreal year this year. Linked to PSV, linked to Ajax. You know this guy, unreal player. Too good for the Championship, yeah, but we could be in the Premier League next season. That's a project you can sell to people, right? Just say. And then I've got these three. And again, this is going back on the Lafay thing. Alan, I just want to mention Alan because he's meant and he should be part of the 4. But I had to move him out last minute for Suzuki. So, sorry. What a player, by the way, Alan. What a player. In Portugal. Jonas Hoffman, right. Hear me out. Played under Daniel Farke. There's a lot of good things about Daniel Farke. Getting older now, 32 years old. Had an injury. But before wasn't a huge... Played a bit for Bayer Leverkusen. But is he their future? I don't know. Does he want one last chance to play in the Premier League? Maybe. Does he care? Probably not. But could he? Number 10, quality player, unreal player. Would be an unbelievable sign in the Championship. Again, let me just clarify this. Not realistic. I'm not saying it is. But I'm seeing certain other teams do things that are not realistic. And I'm thinking, we can ask. You know, unbelievable relationship with the coach. There's many good things about him. Same for Newhouse. Laurie Newhouse. Played under Daniel Farke. Both of these two guys played in the 10 under Daniel Farke. He's not getting game time at Borussia Mönchengladbach. German international. Both of them. 2 players that played under the manager. That are liked by the manager. The manager likes them. Go look at interviews. Go look at online. Just saying. Would there be options? Probably not. I think Newhouse is one of them that you could probably go... It's ambitious, but not impossible for me. He's not playing. Shot at the Premier League. You know? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Anyway, I'll stop speaking. Again, this is not about the club. This is just about what I think players I like. I hope you enjoyed it. This took months and months, and there's more coming. Don't you worry. There's a UK-based one where I'm going to go through the Premier League loans, Championship players, League One, and there's also going to be a striker video, a centre-back video. I'm not going to do a goalkeeper one because I honestly, I'll be honest, I don't know much about many goalkeepers. I'm not going to lie to everyone. I don't know. That's not my expertise, I'll be honest with you. I have no idea. But yeah, I hope you're all good. Please smash a like. I don't usually ask, but this one took a long time. It's a longer video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye-bye.